So, good. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're here.
We are live, my man.
Landed.
We've landed safely.
Yes.
I just want to thank you for coming on. And I know you were saying that you were a bit nervous, but I just want to say, you know, you have to be nervous about it. When I first put it out that you were coming on, did you see the response?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. On the street.
Yeah. Because I was like, this is going to be a good one, because that's not fun. You know what I mean? So based on the response from me first getting it out on the socials, all you need to do, big man, is just be yourself. So, cheers.
Yeah. Sometimes you have a bit of like imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah.
You know? Especially whenever seeing all that.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, right,
Is this
I'm not actually.
Yeah.
So I think people get that, especially like when you're starting young, starting your own business. Like I was only 21 whenever I started PTing.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, I have people in here older than me that I'm teaching.
You have to
like,
kind of.
I'm like, are they just going to listen to me, or are they just going to be like, yeah, whatever, or are they actually going to take stuff away?
Apply it.
Yeah, and apply it. And thankfully, everyone I have
Listens.
and applies that into everything else.
They respect your authority.
Yes. Listen to me.
But I would say a lot of your work then, people are coming to you because you're tried and tested. Someone who's, you know, used your services and then they've referred a friend or family.
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Well, to be honest, most of it, when I was working the job before, I was working in Louis Swan Bottle,
Yes.
and I was kind of using that to tell everyone,
Got you.
I'm going to be a PT soon.
Yes.
Listen, start talking to people. Just start talking about fitness first.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, Donald, you've gotten big and all that. I'm like, yeah, I'm just putting in work. I was like, do you join? Gym? Do you join? And they're like, oh no, I don't gym. And I was like, why not? And then I'm like, by the way,
Yes.
I'm going to be a PT very soon.
Got you. So you'd already done a lot of the groundwork.
I was grafting. So
Really?
let's get the name out there first.
Yep. And then they had seen that you were getting bigger.
Yeah.
Which kind of was proof.
Yeah.
That it was kind of, what do you call it? Proof of concept.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
which is strange.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
When it happens to you, I'm kind of like, I'm just a guy who just trains people.
Yeah,
you know?
but you've specialised knowledge.
Yeah.
And you know, it sounds silly, but a lot of people don't understand just loosely calorie count.
Yeah.
People are like, I went to the gym for an hour and I went flat out.
Yeah.
But they miss their brain bypasses
Everything.
the food they ate that day.
Everything else, yeah.
Do you know? Because no, I'm guilty of it. You know, I was trying to lose weight before, and I drank like 500 calorie can of Red Bull to get myself to the gym. But I was only going to the gym to lose 200 calories, like my deficit. Now, if I lose 200 calories over the next month, blah, all this here, I'm buying a ton of Red Bull.
Yeah, you're still in a surplus.
You're
still,
and it's like, you
more
feel
calories
so
than you're burning, which you don't want.
Because I started scamming it on that My Fitness app, and I was like, right, okay, well, if I'm fucking drinking that to get this motivation to get me out the door to the gym, and my goal is that.
Yeah. I know.
Why don't I just sit in the house and not have the Red Bull?
You're better off just sitting in the house, not having the Red Bull. You'll burn more calories.
Yeah.
You'll get.
Isn't that crazy though?
Well, you'll burn more calories. Yeah.
But you probably take that kind of knowledge for granted. Whereas at the end of the day, a lot of people out there don't know that. They don't know.
Yeah.
You know. So come back to this kind of imposter syndrome. You are that guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mad. What the hell?
It's a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah,
There's a delay. You'll maybe waking up one day and you'll like, how many clients do you think you'll have to train before you believe in yourself that you're that guy?
Probably years.
Years, you think?
Yeah. You just, I don't know.
I'm
just in this wave at the minute. I'm just kind of like, I am him.
Yeah.
But not.
Well,
who's this guy?
This is how I can totally identify with what you're saying. So, how we met?
Yeah.
That's an imposter syndrome moment.
Yeah.
You know, your head's poking around the door. You're watching me on YouTube, and you're. Are you Garth Bishop? Yeah. And I'm going, oh fuck, what have I done? Yeah. And I'm watching Behind the Bear in the Bundler, and I'm like, fuck off. Yeah. So in that moment, what I've been pushing for, you know, is for, you know, up and coming entrepreneurs to get, you know, entertained and rightly educated on that entrepreneurial kind of journey. I'm in your fucking living room cleaning your carpet. Yeah. That was a full on. Yeah. I do not know how to manage this situation right here.
I tell you what, like, I walked in, I seen your car. Obviously, I didn't know you driver. I knew you clean carpets, but I was like, you've never been a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and I go into the living room, and then I walk up, and I'm like, I reckon it's not. Anyway, back in, and then I seen the Stephen Hunter one, and I was like, shout out Stephen.
Yep. Shout out Fit Tribe.
Yep. Try Fit.
Yep. Try Fit.
Went down there and I was watching it and all that, and then I walked back downstairs, and so where the living room window is, there's a mirror.
Yep.
And I just like put one out and seen it, and I was like, and I went into my mum, and I was like, am I watching it at the minute? She goes, oh, go say hello, and I was like, I think she goes, yeah, go say hello. I was like, alright, and then I went and said hello.
I know, man.
And here we are.
You're making my day, like.
Get you on the pod.
Absolutely. And again, there was a delay. It wasn't until a couple of days after, because obviously I was focused on my work, and then I had to drive home, and then it was dinner, and, you know, and then it was a couple of days later, I was maybe working on another job. I was going, that's a bit of a breakthrough milestone moment. You know, I didn't do it for any kind of self gratification, you know, this kind of thing. I genuinely done it for the audience. You know, I totally forgot that I'm part of it. I seen the entertainment and the education being given to the audience. You know, I kind of bypassed that, you know, people are going to recognise me. Never mind, in that moment, you know, because you see, since then, you know, I'll be sitting putting petrol in the car at the petrol pump and all, and cars will be driving past and shouting out and all. Yeah. And I'm like, was that me?
You're like,
I'm like, what? So,
it was wild.
People don't realise that these, you know, when you put stuff out on social media, you know, good, bad or ugly, people are watching it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I believe the modern day kind of, you know, gold rush. If you're self-employed, you gotta be on social media, because, you know, I'm from a generation where I remember having to run around deliver leaflets in nights like that to try and drum up a bit of business. Whereas, you know, your generation, you obviously have your own kind of obstacles, but you really need to embrace this social media carry on. It's awesome.
I think sometimes in the social media, especially in the PT, sometimes it can be very saturated.
Absolutely.
So that will be one of the obstacles that we'll have to
differentiate yourself.
Be different, but then I find once you try to be different, you can't. You just need to be.
Because
be yourself. That's why people attract you.
People buy people. You know, people, you know, find their own tribe. You know, but with the same token, don't reinvent the wheel. What the principles that work are the principles that work. Results, whether it's, you know, me cleaning carpet and showing people the results, and at the end of the day, you getting your clients the results. That's your greatest, you know, unique selling point. If you can get the results, that's half the battle. But do you have? Just sorry for everybody at home. You know, me and Galen don't actually know each other. No. We literally met in his mom's living room.
And that's it.
Yeah. So this is I don't know. You know,
me at all.
I don't know him at all. I certainly don't know his PT career. It's all new to me. So the questions that I ask, hopefully, you know, you'll benefit from too. So, do you have a unique selling point, or do you have a differential? Like, do you focus more on cardio or bodybuilding or specific? You know, what is your thing?
Longevity. So I want people to be fit and healthy all round, not just can I step on the stage, can I do this marathon. I want you to be strong enough, but also cardiovascular fit enough to keep up with your kids, keep up with your grandkids. You know, I have plans from 21 all the way into the 60s. Brilliant. And I want each and every one to be fit enough to run after themselves and after each other, you know, and for the people around them.
And how do you implement that? How do you educate them? Do you get them to focus on diet? Do you get them to focus on stretching?
So
what would a day in the life of Dylan and a 60-year-old be?
Yes, so I use this 80-20 method with everything. So just say you come in for a consultation, you talk about your sleep, your food, you train for all this and that. And I was like, have you heard of the 80-20 method? And most people haven't heard of the 80-20 method. Yes. Instead of going 100% in all the time, you can't keep that up forever. You're going to crash and you're going to burn out real quick, and the relapse is going to be worse than what it was before. You know, if I go 100% in the gym, I'm like, right, none of this food, none of this. Cravings start to build, and then you give in, no matter who you are.
And you give in bad.
Yeah, you give in bad, and you're like, full send, give me all this food. So 80-20 method, 80%
discipline, let's say.
Disciplined on it, set it up. 20%, right, let's just take your foot off and just, say I've got a week and I know, Sunday night I'm going out for dinner.
Having dessert.
Wednesday night I'm going out for dinner. Or even just the meal itself, because when you're going out to a restaurant, those restaurant meals are probably more high calorie, like you're going to be eating. Bear in mind if you're sticking to the 80-20. So 2 meals out that whole week, there's about 20% just to eat whatever I want. But that builds that longevity.
Because I would be a casualty of that. I call it living like a monk. I'll go through stages where I live like a monk, and then I blow out sideways. It's just fucking, you can't sustain it because it's like some self cruelty or something. It's like living like a complete monk. It's like, cause I love a wee sausage roll. Like, I've been on the road a lot working, and it's convenience food all the time for me. And then I go to myself, those sausage rolls, and then like that's me. I cut everything out. Cold turkey. And then before I know it, I'm back on the sausage rolls.
You're right. Give us two.
Because I'm playing catch up then. Because I starved myself for say 3 months. And then it's like, well, it's like an internal kind of thermostat. It keeps count. It's like, you fucking done without 180 sausage rolls there, and then you try and make up for it in the next couple of months. You're trying to get
so what?
And I tell you, that's exactly where it goes for me.
I'm the same. Not there. 2 hips. Love handles.
That's it. Absolutely.
I love these.
So no, I love that 80-20.
80-20. That would be my main
kind of foundation in your training.
Because I don't want anyone to be like, I'm not going to not have a life, We do have people around us who we need to see, and those people might, want to meet up in a wee coffee shop or whatever, go out and have a drink. We need to have that, or else you're just going to be alone all the time. We don't want that. We don't want to be alone.
No, we're social animals. We're social creatures. But here, so born and raised in?
Born and raised by older.
Wow.
Like generations. Both sides.
Awesome.
I'm just by older.
As you can get, like a stick of rock, cut you in half with Polly Walter.
I'm just like a piece of dollars down there. That's it.
So, like fishermen in the family kind of?
I don't know. If we're back, I know on my dad's side there might have been some harbourmen. Possibly. My mum's side or my granddad's side, they're up from Enniskillen. It's up there. Moved down when we were younger. Right, nice. A place called the Rollins, out near Ballyhalbert, big massive house. I promised them I was going to buy that house one day.
I love that.
And buy that house, full trees, with a big tennis court at the back.
Yes.
And granted, before we passed, I was like, I'm getting that, don't worry.
And so we need a time frame.
We need a time frame.
We need to narrow this down.
I am 23 now.
Yep.
Big house, it's a lot of land.
Big mortgage.
43.
43.
But I also.
You'll work your way up.
I want to move out. I want to move away.
I know.
I want to move to America.
Yeah.
Get a ranch.
Yes.
100 acres.
Texas.
Yeah, right in there.
Right, and then Austin.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that's everybody seems to be moving now.
Yeah. So that's my two options. It's on a plan A, it's on a plan B.
Mate,
I'm happy.
but do you know what my message is for you today?
Mm-hmm.
You can have it all.
Oh yeah.
Don't limit yourself with A or B or this or that.
Yeah,
Get them fucking both.
Yeah.
Get them both, mate.
Round
Because
one, out over there.
what age are you now?
23.
23. So
Just
see in
turned
20 years' time, right? They're already talking about. They're already testing aeroplanes now that can fly from New York to London in a couple of hours. So that's now.
Yeah.
So you imagine aviation in 20 odd years time. You can fly from Austin to London to fucking Ballywalter.
Yeah,
Ballywalter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Landing strip.
Landing strip.
Be my landing strip.
I'm telling you.
Look out there.
I'm telling you, you could do both. You could do both.
Yeah.
So who would be your, like, who got you into the fitness side of thing? Who was your mentor, your role models? How did you end up having a passion for it?
Well, like I was never into sports in the school. Like
Yeah.
I took part, but I was never sporty. I was never
Athletic as
yeah.
such.
I was never athletic, and I was alright with that. And then as I went through primary school, you're just a kid, so you're still kind of just
Bumbling about.
bumbling about.
Yeah, trying to find yourself.
You're coming through into secondary school, and I believe that's when you wake up. Those first times you kind of just like going through life.
Yeah, you're an
And then,
autopilot.
like, third year, you kind of like wake up. You're like, right,
Okay.
I need to.
Yeah, to figure shit out.
Yeah, 2 years left school here.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do?
Yeah.
And then my dad, he used to go out cycling a lot. And I
Nice.
was like, the old time that we would cycle, and I was like, I actually quite like this.
Yeah.
So I got into cycling first. On the road cycling, loved it.
Yeah.
Which was a shock. Because when I was 13,
Yeah.
I got hit by a car.
Wow.
Bad. Like,
Horrendous.
bad. So, crossroads.
Yep.
Here's me meeting my mum and dad at Johnny Auntie's house.
Yep.
I remembered. I was in Argos that day. I remembered so well. So well. Bangor Argos before
No
it shut
way.
down.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Yeah, I got nothing. I got told to lift this. Oh, was it washing machine, dishwasher,
Right,
one of the two.
yeah.
So I'm cycling down here to get them to help my dad lift it in. And this car comes up, and I can see the car, so I'm like cycling on, and I can see it, and I was like, oh, I thought an indicator was on.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'll just pull it a wee bit. I'll still go straight across. I'll pull it a wee bit just to give them a wee bit of room.
Yeah.
Turns out they weren't turning, so I went out and came back in and just kissed the car. So,
Really?
yeah, broke my arm. I ended up having some disease in my arm, like a bone disease, so nearly lost the arm. Was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. 3 weeks, I want to say.
Wasn't the
Had my 14th birthday in there.
No way.
Yeah, I know. I had a big tasty. McDonald's.
No
Big Tasty.
way.
That was my birthday present. It's meant I remember this so well.
Yeah.
10 years. It was 10 years ago.
But it's quite traumatic.
So it was quite traumatic. I ended up getting scoliosis from it. So I had soles just so lumped over, I guess, here for a while.
And how is it now? Is it only long term kind of damage?
Well, they said if I keep myself fit and healthy,
You'll be
so
grand.
I'm gonna.
And how long? Yeah. How long did you get off school with that bad boy?
Well, that happened in the summertime.
Of course it did.
I think I came back at the end of September, and the problem was it was my right arm, and there was no cast. The break was up high. There was no cast. It was just a sling, and I was like, "Oh, people are gonna walk into me here."
Yeah.
Well, luckily enough, people were dead on.
People were dead on.
Their leg done.
And you read her left-handed,
Left-handed.
so you get right now. You get off with nothing. So holiday, straight back to school.
Yeah.
You get off with
I was like
nothing.
playing the piano, just like yeah, that was.
No, that's crap. That's crap all around.
That was crap all around. So I was scared in case I ended up hunched over or to the side.
Yeah.
One of the options, not given to me, mine was not severe, but if I left it, would have been surgery. So that's like pins and needles in the spine, and I was like, I'm not for that. I don't want anyone drilling into me.
Yeah. You're a young lad too. You can bounce back from that.
Yeah. So with that, I was dealing with the scoliosis, and then started cycling again, which didn't really help because you get thin when you're cycling.
Yeah, totally.
I was 6'4", 55, 60 kilos.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm not really a fan of this.
Yeah.
And
Because
got his
Do
membership.
you have big appetite? You weren't.
Oh, I was eating all the time.
Oh,
I was cycling all the time.
You're still losing it. Like,
Every day I was cycling, and it was, you know, from Ballywalter all the way into Bangor, back down to Portaferry. Like it was big miles every day.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know how. I don't know.
No.
It was mental.
What kind of bike was it? A racer?
Yeah, it's full handlebars, Lycra.
No way.
Yeah, hell on,
Nice.
hell on. Fingers
Was it
crossed.
suit on there?
Yeah, just straight on it. I was not messing about. I was like, I need the best of the best.
Yeah, and is that the way your personality is? You're either in or you're out. If you're in,
Yeah.
you're in. Like
Yeah, I hate being in the middle.
on the fence.
I hate being in the middle. You know, with everything. You know, I hate.
Got you.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like that.
And then, you know, is there any advice you'd give your younger self now?
Don't take what everyone says to heart.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
obviously being tall and skinny. There was some comments passed.
Oh really?
You know, not with not with friends, but with like mutual friends.
Yeah.
They were like, you know, Flip, he's quite tall, skinny, like.
Yeah, but they
And not
totally
there.
bypass the fact that you're a fucking machine on the bike.
I'm sure I'll get on the bike and all.
I'll show you
Yeah,
my bike.
yeah.
But no, that's good. That's
But
good
yeah,
advice.
that would be it. Don't take everything to heart. Don't listen to everyone.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Because a lot of people are wrapped up in their own heads, believing that are taking things personal and stuff. But I think the reality is, see if you actually knew how much people actually thought of you, you wouldn't worry about it, because, you know, I kind of learned this whenever I was learning marketing. See, rule number one in marketing, no one gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't. No one gives a fuck about you.
Yeah.
So don't be sitting beating yourself up thinking that they're thinking about you a lot, like
Yeah.
because they're not.
Yeah.
But what people, this is what kind of turned my kind of sales, you know, around as such. If you can, people only care about what you can do for them. You know what I mean? So see, when it comes from a sales kind of entrepreneurial kind of approach, see if you can tell people the benefits of what you're going to do for them, as opposed to me sitting here going, I'm awesome at carpet cleaning. Fuck me. See if you give me 2 hours on a sofa.
Job. Yeah.
You know, people don't like people sitting talking about how good they are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you spin that around, it's like, well, this is what I can do for you. Well, what can you do for my sofa?
Yeah.
Can you think so? Because I was thinking we were going to have to replace it.
Yeah.
And then if we replace it, that's another 4 years higher purchase on a new sofa. I don't want to do that. How, you know?
Yeah.
What? But yeah, so don't worry about what people say.
Yeah. It's always been a learning curve. See
What's life,
this
man?
past year, just kind of stepping out on my own. I'm kind of like, whoa.
So what? So where were you PTing from?
My PT from Pure Gym.
Right
in
now?
Bangor, yeah.
Right, and then so you're not out on your own, as in you're self-employed in there.
I'm self-employed there.
Yeah.
So we do 12 hours a week in Pure Gym.
Yeah.
Working for Pure Gym. Take
Okay.
classes and
Right.
such. And those classes are really there as a platform to sell ourselves.
Got you.
And I've got clients from classes, so I take those classes seriously. So I,
Yeah.
You know, that's another need.
And where's that? Bangor?
Yeah, Bangor, yeah. Bangor Pure Gym.
Bangor Pure Gym. Make sure you say hello.
Get to it. Say hello.
Get to it.
Get to it.
And so what classes do you take?
I take a hip class, I take a core class, and I take a mind class.
Wow.
And I take a sweat 30 class. Never forgot about that.
Yeah.
Sweat 30 class.
So the two things are that could benefit me: core.
Core.
My core's useless, man.
Do the hip as well.
Do the head as well.
Yeah.
And then what's your?
Yeah.
So that would be the hit class.
So the hip class is separate,
Yes.
and then I'm like, right guys, we haven't touched core.
Ah.
Let's stay on for these 10-15 minutes. Get
Wow.
a core. I thought, right guys, I'm not going to stretch.
Yeah.
We have our mind class
Nice.
coming in, 45 minutes. Me, you, some orchestra music.
Nice.
Turn the heating up.
Got you.
Let's stretch.
And then it's like a wee wind down,
Yeah.
kind of
45
party.
minutes, yeah.
Nice.
Some core stability stuff as well in there, just to make you sweat a bit, just to make you feel like you've been
Oh
working.
yeah,
more.
just the.
And then at the end, my favourite part, everyone just lie down 5 minutes, listen to some Beethoven.
Fucking.
And just close your eyes.
No way. Dolphins in the background. Some Beethoven.
Just closing your eyes. Yeah. And like there's sometimes Friday yesterday there, I was like, I need to get up here.
I was going to sleep.
Go to sleep now, yeah.
I'd fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because I did see it. Some gyms had introduced like a sleep class kind of thing. I don't know if it was true or not, but it kind of made sense. I believe it. I fucking believe everything. I'm gullible as fuck. But I could see people's kind of. I could see the attraction to it.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine being able to leave work on your lunch break or whatever, go to the gym, and it's basically just a fucking 45-minute party. You know, the energy you get from that, I would imagine, would be good. Like so. Yeah. So where are we? High school. How did you find high school?
I found it easy.
What kind of
easy
subjects?
So I done nothing to do sport.
Yeah.
Art, geography, technology, motor vehicle, and then is that everything? I think it is.
What was your? Did you have a favourite? Like?
Art. I loved art.
Did you have
Art, technology, see creating.
Yeah.
That's what I loved.
Yeah.
Drawing.
Yeah, that's interesting because my favourite teacher was my art teacher.
Yeah.
Mrs. P.T. She was salt of the earth. She was like Mary Poppins. Yeah. She was wholesome. She
that's
really
what,
was.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was good at art. I just did art. But she knew that I was good at it, so she always encouraged me. Like, but yeah, no, she. I always just. I said I didn't really want to do much in school that day. I was fake, not being well. And then when you're not well, you get sent to your form teacher. So Mrs. Beatty, my art teacher, was also my form teacher. And she must have knew I was full of shit, but I think she was glad to see me anyway. Yeah. So she'll always make me a wee cup of tea and all. I just go and sit in her class. Yeah.
Just chill out.
Just chill out.
Hey, that was my favourite teacher, Mr. Jury. Shout out Mr. Jury. Glasgow College.
Nice.
He was a man.
And why was that? Was it his personality? Was
personality,
he was a good teacher?
Yeah, he was just easy going and he understood people.
Yeah.
He didn't just teach them, he understood people, he sat down with you.
Yeah, he taught you.
Yeah.
He didn't teach everyone with the same.
Yeah. And even if you came in just a wee bit quieter than usual,
he picked up on it.
He was like, right, okay. He didn't do it, in front of anyone or anything.
But he read the room well.
Yeah, he read the room well. He would grab you at the end, or if you got up to sharpen the pencil, he'd come over beside you and be like, "Here we go." So,
I love that.
Yeah.
Because they're few and far between now, mate.
Yeah.
And especially with modern times, like one of the rules that come home, the teachers now, see if your child falls in the playground, you're not allowed to hug them and comfort them.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? So you're meant to stir the child crying?
Well, yeah, good. Get up, just whatever you want.
Right.
Get up here.
And it's like, where's that human touch anymore?
Yeah, gone.
Because teachers like, your teacher and my teacher, they care.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if you're not allowed to care anymore.
Yeah.
You
just need to.
So
that's why.
I always say it now. Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
I always say it now. I wouldn't go back. Like, I'm 44 this year. I wouldn't go back. Like, it's fucking life's tough. Like.
Yeah.
And I think it's getting tougher. But do you think of, your aspirations of owning that big house and stuff? How does your 12-hour contract work? With going to the banks nowadays to get mortgages and, you're going to have to,
Yeah, we have our own paper trail.
Yeah.
That's all we need to make.
Yeah.
So we do.
Need to get that paper trail.
Yeah, we do.
Especially the fucking 0-hour contracts and all this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, what?
Yeah.
No, I
was up.
Yeah, 0-hour contract. Can you even get a mobile phone on that?
Yeah.
We never mind a mortgage.
Yeah.
And then, don't start me. Mortgages, Jesus Christ, mortgages. It's like,
I don't even want to know. What is that?
It's just
that's 10 years down from me.
Yeah. But have you started doing dishes yet? I heard your mom's down in Romans. If I have to call down to see her, I'll nip in.
No, look, we get looked after very well.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Because the day, I don't know your mum either, but the day I was at yours cleaning the carpet, we were having a bit of small talk, and she was like, you know, excuse me, I just have to go and make, you know, Dylan's lunch. You know, he does all the fitness stuff, and he has to have his
protein,
all just right. So she's in there measuring shit and cutting shit and cooking it. So it's just right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I thought, fucking good for him.
Yeah. Living the life.
I think I had a marathon in a tin of Red Bull. Yeah. On the way to yours.
Yeah.
Oh no, two sausage rolls. No,
two sausage rolls, yeah.
But no, that's.
We do get adapted very well.
Yeah, no, but that's a great foundation that you have, like, for your aspirations.
Yeah.
So, what was your first job then after leaving school?
I left school, applied to do BTEC sport in Cirque.
Yeah.
And got a job in the sparring bodybuilder, and I was there for 6 years.
So how did you go from having no kind of athletical ambitions in school to doing sports at college?
Yeah, it is pretty wild.
So that's a jump.
Yeah, whenever we got our GCSEs and we had to go straight away, they were kind of looking, they were like, yeah, grades are good, but there's no sport here. And I was like, yeah, I know, it was just over the summer. Yeah. I picked this up. I wanted to do sport and get big and gym and all that.
Oh, so over the summer you started doing weights?
Yeah. I had some
you'd left school.
Left school.
That's summer holidays.
Yeah, I was just like, I gotta go. I gotta get in this. I gotta grind.
Just like that?
Yeah, literally.
No way.
As soon as I left, I was like, what am I doing?
So just you literally had a conversation with yourself?
Yeah.
And the idea sparked?
I had a conversation with myself, and I started watching this guy on YouTube. Who? Called Christian Guzman. Okay. He owns Alphalete over in Houston, and I watched him, and his transformation was the same. You know, he was skinnier and then put on all this mass, and I was like, that's it. I love that. That's what I want to do, and I want to do that forever. Yeah. So that means I need to work in that environment as well.
Absolutely.
So I was like, at the time I didn't know I could have just went and done a PT course, and I would be, by now I'd be 5 years deep. Yeah. So I had to go to Bangor Tech, done the sport, done that for 2 years, and then carried it on into a foundation degree in Ulster, which was held in Bangor Cirque.
Very good.
Done that.
So you're pretty qualified.
Yes, pretty qualified.
You're pretty qualified.
Yeah. I've done about 4 years of studying. Plus, PT course.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because everybody, I remember watching a guy, Dean Cornanius, and he's the ultramarathon guy. Yeah. And I know modern times everybody will know David Goggins and all, but you know, I broke my back in a car accident. The way you broke your arm, and I was left with 14 screws and 2 titanium rods, you know, holding like 3 vertebrae together, and I had subtle scarring on my spinal cord. That's why I can walk and stuff. But if you were to arm wrestle me, you'd be like, don't feel right, you know. It's because, and then my right leg, there's spinal scarring, which affects the power and mobility and stuff in a few areas. So in my rehab, I had to learn how to walk again, and then, you know, whenever I could walk as such, it was kind of like maybe do a wee trot, you know, maybe try and break into a wee jog. So then I came across this guy, you know, basically that developed. Once I learned to walk, and then I would go to the gym and do a wee run, and then I started doing like local kind of 10Ks and stuff. So I've done all the 10Ks around the country, and then I've done all the half marathons, and then the big one, which was kind of closure for me, as in, I've all these kind of injuries and disabilities as such, but ultimately, if the car accident had never happened, and I was able-bodied, I wouldn't have been able to do this, or have the want to do it.
It's a crossroad. Like, you gotta pick
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Or you could have picked one just to sit around all day.
Absolutely.
Like not learn how to walk or whatever.
And just went
do
even
that.
further
Yeah,
downhill.
I went further down this rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. So it was like I'd done my first Belfast Marathon, and there was a psychological kind of switch, and it was like, that's my rehab over. That's my closure. It's now this is a springboard for my next chapter in life. I can put that car accident to bed now, because it was like I kind of felt that I had lost something when you're kind of made disabled. Not that I ever identified as being disabled, but you do internally, you feel there's a loss. But doing, having, what would you call them, like role models, like, Dean Carnana is like he would have done 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days or something like this around America. I mean, mind-boggling.
How do you do that?
How do you do that?
That's just...
Like, this guy will run 300 miles in one go and all. And this was the first guy that exposed me to this kind of, you hear people think big and all, it's alright. Do big.
Yeah.
And he was one of the guys where I would have been in, rehab, and I would have been watching him, and studying him and reading his books, and it's almost superhuman, like. So it's so important, I think, if anybody's to take anything away from our wee chat today, it's get a role model, because they can inspire and alter your life for the greater good, like. I love that you had a role model, and I feel like but Dean was, that's just crazy. And then obviously I think everybody's well to be fair, David Goggins is quite controversial, isn't he? I believe everybody loves him, but I don't think everybody does.
I also believe everyone loves him, but I think you're right. I think it's just that he's just so hardcore.
He's fucking hardcore.
He's just
black or white.
Black or white, yeah, that's right.
In or out.
Yeah, and he's just in all the time.
Yeah,
he's fucking in all the time.
He's fucking in.
He does all these ultra marathons, no team with him. Just himself, he just goes out, just runs.
And he learned it the hard way.
He broke his knees.
So I always like to say fall 7 times get up 8, because it's the best learning curve, or the best way of learning, I find. So I'm not that right. Well, I can learn from my mistakes. Yeah. So my attitude is I'll just have a go, and I'll fall forward. I'll fall 7 times to get up 8. And I think David Goggins is like that. Yeah. He's like, there was like a criteria to enter a race, and the criteria to enter the race was you have to have done at least one 100-mile run. And he was like, right, well I'm entering into that one, and I'll go and do that. And he just fucking showed up.
I know, just done it.
Just done it.
Yeah.
Now, he must have broke every fucking bone in his body.
Yeah.
And you think right back, even from your point of view, you must be fucking baffled about this. Nutritionally, all he had was a couple of crackers. Like, this guy's a fucking...
he went deep.
He just goes, yeah.
Sorry,
he went dark.
Yeah, to pull through that.
Yeah.
That's like
straight
from 100 calories at most.
Yeah, and you think about it, he was a bodybuilder at that time. Yeah. He was a massive guy then. Yeah. And it was just, you think how bored it would have been like. So it was just like a 1-mile loop. It wasn't as if it was a 100-mile.
No, and then that's it, like a straight line.
It was a 1-mile loop, he's done 100.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
And he just sat there with fucking in a camp deck chair thing, and some crackers, and just pounded it out. Like.
That's how it's got rid of it.
Sometimes
that's how you need him.
Yeah.
You just need to sit there and just
pound it
get
out.
through it.
So I love David Goggins, like he's just hardcore.
Yeah, he's hardcore.
So done to primary school, done to high school, you left school.
Yes, left school, started tech.
Yeah.
Also,
your education.
Done all that. Was working in the sport at the time. Went through uni, and then I was like, what am I? I have.
Before we go past, I'm not past uni.
Yeah.
Parties?
I actually lived at home.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
It's very sensible.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sensible guy?
Yeah.
Always? By nature?
Yeah. People who know me,
Yeah. I wish they didn't know you
He
then.
is now. Should have heard what he was on last week, sort of like. You know.
We can have this all over.
Yeah. But no, I don't know my partying in summer 2018. Summer 2018.
There we go.
I don't know my partying. I was 16, coming 17.
Got it out of the system.
Around at my mate's house, and we just drank and just partied.
Yeah.
And just got all out, and I was like, right, I'll
Pick the box.
back to work. There we go. And that was before I started my job, and before I started, so I was in between.
It was the right time to do it.
Yeah, 16 years of age.
Very good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
time.
Well, when I was in uni, it was COVID. It was 2020.
Really?
Yeah, I done all like most of my uni in my bedroom.
Wow.
So I think it's on the laptop, just that's how it worked.
I'd say
See, we were
so.
sitting there from 9 in the morning, sometimes 8 in the morning, just sitting through them over in Bangor, just a small class, so it's like the same like 10, 15 people every day. And it's just, you know, I might have just put the laptop aside a few times
I'd say
and
so.
just had a wee nap.
I'd say
And
so.
then got back up again and just.
Yeah.
Great question there. Yeah.
So do you remember your first client? Was that exciting? Was that a buzz? Nervous?
I believe it was Bradley. It's only a year ago, I don't know.
Oh really?
I believe it was Bradley.
Did you see Bradley?
He was like, no, I worked him, so he worked in Pure Gym all the time.
Got you.
That's how we know.
Yes.
No, my friend Bradley Hamilton, yeah, he was my first like proper client.
Like week in, week out, paid you.
Week in, week out.
Getting
Month in, month
money,
out.
getting that coin.
Getting coin. So,
It's always a good feeling though when
he
you're
was-
getting money for your services.
yeah, I was like, and he's okay, this is what wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's my first client. So
And what was he after? Did he want it big, buff?
he's got a weight, that's a muscle.
Absolutely bit of weight, a bit of muscle, standard stuff.
Standard stuff. From
So who would your dream client be? Like, you know, is there something?
a dream client would be a boring client. A dream client is there hitting everything, doing everything right. You know, there's no fun in that. There's no
Yeah.
right. Let me actually do my job here. And that,
Yeah.
you know, because I count for people as well. You know,
Yeah.
I'm accountable for these changes to happen. And if the guy, whoever it is so dialed in,
Yeah.
most likely they probably don't have a personality really. So I mean,
I know.
the sessions are going to be quite boring because it's just so like, yeah, get this done. I'm like,
Yeah.
we're on the weekend, okay. Okay, just stay in.
Colour count.
Yeah, colour count. I'm like, oh, you need to chill out. You're taking it way too seriously. Live your life, man.
Yeah.
But no, all my clients, I think all my clients are perfect.
Good.
I don't just say that just because it sounds
And
good.
how many clients can you take on? Have you a goal, like I want 150, 10, whatever? Do you have a max?
So, one-to-one's different to online. Online, you can rack in the clients.
Yes.
Because
Do you do online?
you just program them. I have one person who's online, but
Would that be something that you want to?
I like people too much to not
Yeah.
to do that. I would, you know, it's just there's not much going on between the two.
Got you.
You know, I make a program for them. I text them twice a week, FaceTime them once a week, and it's just the same conversations. Like, yeah, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's actually doing that. You know what I mean?
Well,
Not unless I go after him
I know.
and find him, like, right, you're actually doing this. You know?
Fucking
Super
spy, web spy
Yeah,
through
yeah.
his camera,
Yeah,
check on him. Hey, boy,
Yeah. Doing those press ups.
put them donuts down, boy. But yeah, because there's I don't know, like, but I would imagine there'd be big money in that. You know, say you had
Online?
100 online clients or something. I don't
See, if
know.
I had 100 online clients,
Yeah,
I would be making 6 figures
serious
a
coin.
month.
Yeah.
Everything else.
But are you motivated by money, or are you motivated? You just love what you're doing.
I just love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still in kind of like pinching myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing
You're,
what I'm
yeah.
doing.
It's almost like I'm getting away with this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, these people are, you know, transformation's happening, it's happening, it's all happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is all because of me.
Because what you find is, I can't remember where I read the percentages, right? But see all the like truly talented people, they're at home talking themselves out of their talent.
Yeah,
Whereas see people that like aren't that talented,
yeah.
but they seem to be in all the high paid kind of positions and all the careers and
Yeah.
it's not down to talent. It's down to they're just fucking what's the word? Audacious. They just fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Out of pure delusion sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like, whereas, could you imagine if the talent had the audaciousness to have a go?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like,
balls.
yeah,
The balls
but they're just ballsy bastards.
Yeah, and you need to be like that if you want what you want.
Yeah,
you know, if you want that thing, you don't get it.
So it's kind of like a lot of, it's fuck, not that I know much like, but it's like politicians. I think they're in some of the most powerful positions ever, but all of them are just stuck up their own arse. There's no talent there.
They're just normal people.
Like, yeah, they're just balls. Like faking it till they make it.
Faking it till they make it. You know, that's what you have to do.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what you have to do.
That's what you got to do. Because I've obviously done a lot of personal development over the years. I would be addicted to Audible. See if I have a problem, I'll download a book on it. Or 2 or 3 until I get the solution. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing to be able to have that. Because years ago, you know, if you didn't have the solution or the answer to something that your fucking mates didn't know and your dad didn't know, you were fucked. You were just running around, I guess, for years. Yeah. Whereas now you can go onto Google or download a book or you know. So I would do that. So I forget. I'm like you. I'm on this delay. Like I might have fucking read 50 books last year, but I still think of me.
Yeah.
But
just like,
but people around me are like, he's fucking 20 fucking YouTube videos deep in his own podcast. Yeah. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, that's okay.
I think you don't realise it because you're living yourself.
I'm living myself.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody around are still maybe stuck with problems that they haven't sorted out yet from fucking high school.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
You want to be like that.
You don't want to be like that.
You want to be.
No, there's
find a solution.
Find a solution. Be proactive about it. Yeah. Because there's human beings are simple creatures. We either avoid pain or we seek pleasure. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Seeking the solution or the answer isn't pleasurable at times. It's so a lot of people won't do it. They'll just get into these wee comfort zones. Yeah. And they'll just live in there. And as much of a beautiful thing that a comfort zone is.
You just miss too much.
Nothing ever grows there.
Yeah, you just miss too much.
You miss too much. Yeah. And then you look around and fucking next minute, you've done it about the arse guy. He's on behind the bear in the bunker. Do you know what I mean, mate? Yeah. You gotta be proactive about shit like. So what's the future hold for Dylan? You got your branding done, didn't you?
Yes. I meet up with Thomas tomorrow to teach me everything. So I have a clue.
Yeah.
So bring my laptop down, he's going to show me it all. And like, do this, put this in your post, put this, someone else to help.
All the social media type stuff of pushing your branding out there?
To help. It's all good doing it yourself, but I have a clue. I'm getting in shape.
Yep.
That's it.
But so is he like a social media kind of
guy? He does branding and all that stuff. He's very low key at the minute. But I told him he should make his own page and start doing what he's helping me with, but himself.
Yeah. That's his product.
Yeah, he's done some places around Bangor, I believe.
Very good. So, very good. You're meeting him tomorrow, which is a Sunday.
10 AM.
On a Sunday?
On a Sunday, grind, Bangor, coffee. It's
no days off.
No days off. No days off.
Well, if you want that ranch in Texas,
yeah.
No days off.
7 days a week.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore. So just PT? Are you going to develop? Do you want your own gym? Do you want to have online courses? What's the finished article? Are you going to educate yourself more in other kind of areas? Like what's the future?
I'm going to continue to educate myself in personal training and health and well-being and fitness and mental fitness. That's a new buzzword. It's not mental health anymore. It's mental fitness.
Gotcha.
Which kind of incorporates that physical side of fitness because that comes.
Well, that's what David Goggins says. Yeah. Whenever he was training people to be fitter, stronger, he says all he was creating was fucking bigger, stronger quitters. Yeah. Because they didn't have the mental fitness. Yeah. You know, that mental toughness. Yeah. So you're gonna lean into that side of things too.
I want to lean into that there a bit more.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
And just see where that takes me.
Yeah.
So
have you touched on it yet? Have you done any wee bits and bobs?
No, I've had conversations like within the gym and that, but nothing. I just want to learn more. I want to make sure I feel well in this industry.
Because that would be a hard thing to. You couldn't sell that to someone that doesn't want it.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It's just back to what I touched on there. People avoid pain and seek pleasure. And you see, as David Goggins would call it, callousing the mind.
Yeah.
See if you want to know if he was doing the pull-ups.
Yeah, hands. Yeah.
He was callousing the skin on his hands.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want to pursue there? That's exactly what he touches on. You got to callous the mind.
Yeah.
And you can't callous someone's mind unless they're
willing to.
They want to do. They have to. They have to do. You can tell them. It's like you can bring a horse to water.
Let's just about to say that.
Yeah. Can't make it drink it. But that is. So that's the new buzzword then in your industry. Yeah. That makes so much sense. Like because you can be a big, strong, fit quitter. Yeah. Because it all starts up here.
Yeah.
You know.
But luckily, again, fitness comes hand to hand with mental fitness.
Yeah. Byproduct.
I've seen my clients. I had a few clients who were very shy and timid when they came in. I'm now just
dropped about like they're
different person.
Yeah.
Completely
different. And it all
person.
comes from confidence, is it?
Confidence in the gym, just learning and being disciplined with themselves and proving themselves that they can do that.
Yeah.
And that's what builds that up. So just proving yourself that you can do it.
And I've always said it for years too. Like it's like what's the secret to happiness? You know, like all human beings are looking for the secret to happiness and all this here, carry on. And I truly believe, you know, because I've had ups and downs in my own life, so I can only speak from personal experience, but progress has to be one of the fucking ingredients in the pursuit of happiness. You see, if you're making progress in life, you're happy.
Progress and peace.
Yeah. Well,
that's it.
Yeah.
Progress and peace.
If you can get them, that they're two major fucking elements of the happiness kind of formula that everybody is seeking. Like, and yeah, you know, we could go down a rabbit hole there pursuing peace. Yeah. You know, but yeah, peace and progress. If you get peace and progress, you know, there's not too much.
No, too much you're gonna
affect your you're not gonna have too many dark days.
No. But that's all normal. People need to, you know, you go through those emotions. People think sometimes when they're feeling this, they're feeling like that. You know, that's just being human, like, isn't it? Yeah. You're just going to go through that. Yeah. And see, once you're at peace with that. That's when you're like, right, okay.
Yeah, because you know, you see, like, even say you're doing a Facebook post and you tap on the wee icon about how you're feeling, you can scroll for fucking 5 minutes.
All these different emotions.
All these different emotions. And that's crazy.
More complex than that. That's just it, so we can understand.
That's the basics.
Yeah, that's the basics.
That's the basics.
There's so much more complex.
It's kind of there's
we have feelings that we feel we don't even have words for.
Yeah.
We don't have words for.
So if you were to put it into a metaphor like a alcoholic drink, a cocktail. Yeah. You imagine all our feelings.
A very strong cocktail. Yeah.
It's a cocktail, very strong cocktail. There's so much like. Yeah. But again, you know, we live in these wee small kind of cells, and everyone's scared to express themselves now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? For a multitude of different reasons, and you wonder why the world's so fucking angry. You know, you know what we touched on there. All them feelings, all bottled up inside. No fucking narrative to express them.
Yeah, there's no expression. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't surprise me why half the world's fucking mad, like. But I would imagine your industry is great for people because they can express themselves, like lift the heavy weight, fucking, you know, do the marathon, you know, because I've never been as happy when I used to run. See that runner's high? Yeah. It's probably be the same as, you know, people lifting big heavy weights and
muscle pumping.
Getting that. Have you watched Arnold Schwarzenegger's pump? I'm sure you have.
It feels so Good.
Good.
You're top of the world.
Top of the
All
world.
the bloods are running through you.
Yep.
The
You're alive.
The endorphins are just kicking off.
Boom, boom, boom.
And you're just like, see today when I was working out, I was like, this is life.
This is it.
This is life. This feeling I feel now, that's what we just chase all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I love that. I'm that kind of junkie, whatever that is like.
Yeah,
you know.
just I don't know what that's called. Just like
Whatever that
chasing,
is.
just chasing.
Yeah, but that's that song.
Chasing the endorphins.
Jeez, what is it? I've been chasing highs. You know, it's like out there. It is, but there's unhealthy highs. You know, like alcohol.
Yes.
I know we're having a beer here and we yarn, but you can take the piss for that. That's why I love, jiu-jitsu or, weightlifting or running.
It gives you something else.
It's a healthy high.
Yeah.
There's no hangover.
Yeah.
It's
finding a replacement. Saturday night, but see if you find a replacement.
Oh yeah.
For that going out.
Yeah. Well, they say that you can't give up your addictions.
Yeah.
You have to find another addiction on top of it.
Yeah.
So say you were out, for example, when I get bored, I'll have a pint. Or if I'm bored, it's like tonight. If I wasn't up here, it's Saturday, by the way. If I wasn't up here with you, I was sitting around the house like, I'll nip down to Rhoda's. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas I'm up here, having a yarn with you, having one bottle of beer, I'll go home really content.
Yeah.
I'll not need to go and find a buzz somewhere else.
So chase.
Chase. And then that means that on Monday, because I actually bought a new pair of trainers. I am going to.
I see that you got the hookers.
I did. I've always wanted a pair.
Yeah.
But I always
Coaching half marathon club here next year, by the way.
Oh really?
Yep, starting June time.
Very
I'll be partaking.
Nice.
That's my public announcement, because I need something to
hold them accountable.
Hold me accountable.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, when's that?
Start of June.
Start of June.
Yep, around that time from Bangor Pure Gym. We're not sure the route yet. Last year they done Bangor Pure Gym into Pier 36.
Got you.
Yeah. So that was.
Yeah. So you half marathon.
Yeah.
You've plenty of time. Plenty of time. Easy peasy.
Only a few miles.
Yeah, I here and there.
Yeah.
So I'm back on the roads, because obviously I do the jiu-jitsu and I've developed that into Muay Thai and blending it all together now. The new club, the new MMA club there in Arch.
Yes, hybrid.
Yeah.
Awesome. My friends chased it, I believe.
Oh, incredible club, incredible coach, incredible people. It's just it's like everything in life. So sometimes you gotta do this, do that before you find your place, and I really like it. But what I'm finding is, it's like see, without that foundational core cardio, it's all kind of
you ain't got it.
You ain't got it. You can't hang in there.
The gas.
You're going to gas.
I was gassing out on those mats.
Yeah. It's like Michael Bisping, UFC champion.
Oh yeah.
He says, how do you turn a black belt into a white belt? With a good dig in the face.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
A black belt's doing a black belt's doing nothing when he's dazed. Right? And it's the same, with say a black belt, that has no cardio.
Yeah.
Just gasses straight away. And a really enthusiastic blue belt or whatever, like real super fit, healthy, fucking cardio for days.
Yeah.
See, once you tire, you're bait.
Yeah, you just can't.
And that's when the mental kind of strength comes in. You just quit.
Yeah, you quit. You gotta fight it or you quit.
Or quit. Fight or flight. So it's like I'm getting a real buzz out of the Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu all at the minute. And I'm like, if you really want to train hard, I need to get my cardio back up.
Yeah.
I need to get my cardio. So I was like, do you know what? I've never been as fit, and it's like, 'cause I have no core at the minute.
Yeah.
And it's really bugging me. So running, I get my core, I get my cardio, and I get a bit of weight off,
Yeah.
and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
And I've always, when I've been running before, I've always live like a monk, do the marathon, and then fall back into partying or whatever. Whereas I'm 44 this year, don't really give a shit about partying as much, and I'm like, I'll apply the 80-20 to my running, and I might get a few ultra marathons in like before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've always, as I say, right back to Dean Carnanes and the David Goggins, I've always had this wee inner ultra marathon in me. Like. And I think.
Listen, you see it and you believe it.
Yes.
Conor McGregor, he said, you can see it and you believe it.
And you've the courage to speak it.
Yeah. You go for it.
Yeah. So I, as I say, I got like those hookahs.
Yeah.
Like I would always have had like ASICs.
Yes.
You know, but I think subconsciously I got the hookahs because they're for ultra marathons.
Yeah,
like
they're bouncing along that street. So long.
Yeah.
So 2 hours.
So I'm going baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
5k, 10k.
Just go through the motions, and you know we'll see where it goes. You have any questions for me? Because you don't fucking know me.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Walking, yeah. What was it like to learn to walk again? That's what I picked up on. That must have been very strange because obviously.
Yeah. That was.
So you went through surgery.
Yeah. So it's 14 hours of surgery.
Yeah. So obviously before that, you knew how to walk.
Yeah.
And 14 hours later.
Yeah. So basically.
Like
what happens is when you're in a car accident, you have a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah.
But the seatbelt keeps you there.
Yeah.
But your body still goes.
Yeah.
So things give.
Yeah.
You know, so I had basically broke my back. So I broke the 3 vertebrae. And then I broke my ribs. Right. And then, so basically it was like 7-hour surgery for that. Right, and then what they do is they had to flip me over because with that kind of impact, my stomach was up there where my lung should have been. My lung was down there where my stomach was meant to be. All my, so I had a hole in my spleen, like that size. Yeah. I had my intestine. It was basically all around here with like I had to have like a couple of meters of it taken away. It was all bust up. So it was 27, and it was touch and go whether I was like a colostomy bag, a stoma bag. Yeah. I nearly had one of them. So basically they had to fix my stomach again, secure my like spleen, put my lung back in place. And then go through my small intestine and cut bits out and put it together. And so that was 7 hours.
Oh, you're lucky.
Real lucky.
Someone was looking over you that day.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Right there.
So there was 7 hours putting all that, putting the organs together. 7 hours, because I thought it was like just the terminology, screws. Yeah. So whenever I went for my first kind of, what do you call it when you return to the hospital? My first kind of, where you, what do you call it?
We call it a visit.
Yeah, like when I've had my first time back.
Yeah.
My first time back. First time back to the hospital. The doctor slapped up the X-ray. Yeah. And I was like, oh, they're actually screws.
This is serious.
Fucking 14 like that. It's a big fucking titanium frame.
Yeah.
Your vertebrae are in here. Yeah. And the fucking screws go right through everything. So I was like, oh, right, so they're actual screws. That wasn't just the terminology for some medical device in the back. So they actually straight in. So
scary.
Crazy, because so I've got all that going on, and luckily enough, I've only got scarring on my spinal cord. So that would affect me in power and weakness to my right hand side. But if I was to walk past you in the street, you wouldn't know the difference. But see, for years, you know, just to answer your question, what's like learning to walk again? For years, I had drop attacks. It's all the medical field could call them, because I'd just be walking, you know, the best I could, and then boom, just hit the ground. So basically, the signal from my brain was making it down the spinal cord, and then seeing the way back up again, the signal was lost. So I'd be walking, and then I would not feel my right leg. I would just go down like a ton of shit.
Straight down.
Yeah. So that was one of the kind of psychological hurdles.
Yeah, that'll be quite hard to get over.
Of learning to walk again. Now, I was a young man, I was 27, so the physical side of learning to walk again, I was okay with, so I don't mind a wee bit of physical kind of, you know, activity, you know. But it was all fair, it was a long drawn out, it was up in Musgrave, up in Belfast, I would have went to, and then more outpatient, kind of local to home. But it was like in my head, because it's when you learn to walk again, you can still stand and walk, you know.
It's just like, it's hard to wrap.
But in my head, you have to readjust your step. Like, I could never walk up a step. Because there's a step, I'd always hit it.
Right, okay.
Because my brain couldn't measure how to clear it.
Okay.
So I'd fall upstairs all the time. Because my brain couldn't. So in your head, you're like, I took the right distance of step, but I wasn't. I was everywhere. You know, it's all. So you can. It's not like learning to walk as in you can do something. You know what I mean? So I could do something. I could stand up with walking sticks, and then I could, you know, piece it together. But it's getting all that strength together. it's getting the distances into your brain again, and learning how to gauge steps, and it's just symbolics.
It sounds
symbolics. And then you've got the psychological thing, because you fall a lot. And then so I actually fell one time. I fell a couple of times that were really embarrassing. So then you end up with that baggage. You know, I was a young guy, and I was down the town, and it was like a Friday, and I got out of the car, and then there was a group of guys like my age kind of walking up the town. I got out of the car, it was my dad's car, I was a passenger, and I was nipping into the shop, and I seen these guys that were all like, it was a Friday, and I could tell they were all downtown on a night out and all there, right? Let's go, you know. And there was me fucking learning how to walk again after a car accident, and I was getting out of the car, and I was nipping into the shop for my dad, and I seen them, and I tried to act all normal. Well, then I fall. Do you know what I mean? So it was just, so then you get wee moments like that, and it can't not hold you back. It's in your fucking head. There's me 44 this year, it's still in my head. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, learning to walk again was an absolute bollocks. But ultimately, I woke up in an orthopaedic ward, and that's obviously I wasn't myself for about a fortnight. It was really, it was in the coma and all that. It was touch and go, and you know, is he paralysed, is he not, does he need the colostomy bag, does he not, like it was a fortnight of fucking, I didn't know where I was, like, but every couple of times I came to, I would look around me, and there was people getting craned in and out of bed, but it didn't register, you know, so young guys, old guys, it's an orthopaedic ward, but you know, whenever a couple of weeks I kind of came around, you know, they were all paralysed. So although I had major, you know, spinal cord and bone structure damage in my back, I wasn't paralysed. So for whatever make up, you know, my personality and my attitude is, I always felt grateful. I felt lucky. As opposed to unlucky that happened to me. I felt lucky that, well, I have a fighting chance here. Do you know what I mean? And that's all you fucking need in life. It's a fighting chance.
That would be hard to comprehend, and that, especially like realising that you have a chance.
Yeah.
Like that would be.
Again.
I figure that would be quite tough.
Yeah. But not as tough.
Yeah.
As the news that you will never walk again. Because that's what all the boys around me were getting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that kind of set me up that I felt lucky. Yeah. Although I was mangled. And then after the physical kind of stuff, like at the top of it, so even whenever you're kind of you're hurt that bad, you know, or you're at the roadside, like basically all that internal damage, I would have been bleeding to death internally.
Yeah, inside,
so there wouldn't have been any blood around me.
Yeah, it would have been inside. Yeah.
And see, when you lose that much blood, you lose oxygen to the brain.
Yeah.
And when you're losing oxygen to the brain, I suffered due to that cognitive impairments.
Okay.
So it was like 2 years learning how to walk, and then it was like, right, back to work. And then it was like, oh fuck, right. And that was another year before I could even summon up the balls to say to my occupational therapist, I'm not right.
Yeah, something's not.
I can't explain it. You know, I can vocalize, you know, cognitive impairments to you now, and I understand it. And with your education, you know, you get it. Back then, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I hadn't a fucking clue what was going on.
Something's severely wrong.
There's something severely wrong here.
You're not gonna get it.
And I don't know how to explain it, word it, you know, nothing. So then it was like, it was maybe another 3 years of cognitive behavioural therapy, like, to fucking figure all that shit out. And then, you know, it's every day's a school day anyway.
Oh, well.
Do you know what I mean? So everything changed. Yeah. And then it's weird to say, but if I could go back, I wouldn't wish for it not to have happened. Because I can truly say that my life got better. You know?
Reality check now.
Fuck, the biggest one I could ever have imagined. Yeah. But for the greater good, it made me a better man, made me appreciate life, it made me not give a fuck in the best possible way. Yeah. Because see, I'll go and do it. Yeah. I don't stop and think now. Like, I don't
have long hair, like.
You don't have long, and not even that. See the time we do have. See, like now, I'm 44 now, and I sleep on the sofa after work. Yeah. So it's not even as if it's like that shit starts in your 80s. No, I'm fucking tired now.
I'm 23. Like, I lay down.
Still lay down. Do you know what I mean?
That was a day and a half there.
Yeah. We don't get long.
No.
But the time that we do have, it's fucking not as much as you think.
Yeah.
That's why even this week podcast, it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, about the haters. Yeah. See, if somebody doesn't like it, don't fucking watch it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's as simple as that. I'm not going to stop doing what I need to do to make me happy because of one or two people out there that might be sitting at the pub now laughing. Yeah,
literally. And then who are they going back to?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we can get deep into this, you know?
Go for it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I obviously have worked on that type of stuff as well, subject to, you know, having, you know, 5 years of my life saying taken away in rehab. But as I say, some people need a kick up the arse. Yeah. Tough love.
Tough love.
Some people need tough love, and it comes in many different ways.
No soft parenting around here.
What's that?
No soft parenting around here. We want that.
Yeah. No soft parenting around here. Not around in the fucking behind the beer and banter workshop. Yeah. You have to do 100 burpees just to get in.
Just to get in. He was sweating. So
I was sweating. I was around the 98th. I broke the sweat.
Yeah. Well, good job.
Good job. Yeah. Am I in?
You're doing it all wrong. Anyway, let's go.
But yeah, no. Here, that was my wee fucking therapeutic session there. Like offloading that. Yeah. That was a good question. Yeah. But now I think we have covered just about it all. Yeah. The start, the middle, and the end.
And the end.
So we have, and it just leaves for me to thank you again for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed it. Yeah. I hope you've taken something away from it. And I wish you all the best.
Yes, well. You too.
Very good, buddy.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.